Hey, what's up? This is Amazin.reacts, reacting to a brand new video on my channel. Today's video is titled Mizkif is going broke over his lawsuits. So I don't know much about the Mizkif situation. Only stuff that I heard about him is coming from like watching like little clips of different content creators. But I have heard them say his name as far as like him being a weirdo. So I don't know, maybe this could clear it up. But I believe he's suing like some of the people. I know he's suing like his ex-girlfriend Emiru. I want to say like Osmongold. I think he's suing them, and so maybe this can shed light on what's been going on during those lawsuits.
Expose everything, bro. It's time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon
Oh,
time.
no, they gonna
Why
counter
not?
sue you.
There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known. And it is time to go full demon time. Let's watch the world burn.
Hello?
If people want to act like this, I see some people saying some very obtuse things. We can watch the world burn. My accountant actually called me today.
Okay. Oh man, I want to
Early
see.
this
Did he
morning.
ever
He's not
explain
looking
what he
good.
was
I
talking
said, "What
about?
do you mean?" He's like, "Brother, you're getting hosed in that Asmongold, that defamation case. You're getting destroyed."
You
Like,
dumbass.
what's going on? He said, "Miz, you're spending 40 grand a month on legal fees."
Yeah, what did you think was gonna happen, dummy? A couple months ago, streamer Mizkif got exposed for being a horrendous boyfriend, partner, person, all of the above. These claims started to gain
Listen, I
traction
don't
in the
even know how he
content
got a
creator
girlfriend
sphere,
like
and
Emiru
everybody
anyway,
went
so he
along
should
with
have
the
been
dog
kind of
pile,
like
saying that they had their own
counting his
instances
blessings.
with him and that he was just a terrible
Oh,
human
that was
being.
his
Now, because he
girlfriend too.
wanted to
The
be really badass and defend
she does
himself,
like
this
the animal
streamer
content.
decided to go ahead and launch his own investigation and own lawsuits against anybody who had anything to say. And I'm here to tell you all of that backfired, and it backfired horribly. If you're new to
Oh
this channel,
man.
please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a
Yeah, y'all
long,
like and
long
subscribe.
way.
Find them.
Now, back into the video. In the
Oh,
midst of the
Measy.
fire, Mizkif said that he was going to clean out all the skeletons that he had in his closet about other streamers. Remember, he was
What do you
facing
say?
allegations of physical, emotional, financial abuse from his ex-girlfriend Emiru, who had just come out of a situation where she had gotten assaulted at TwitchCon. And with
Oh yeah, I
everyone else
remember that.
corroborating her story, Mizkif's back was against the wall. So he did what most people do in those situations. Not necessarily overtly deny things. You can't really do that, especially if you did them. But no, he decided to point the finger at others.
Those who have been following the events of the last couple months may have seen this coming. Many of you will recall in October, Emiru went public with the information that we had a secret relationship, and we've been in one for the past couple years. She has made several accusations against me, some of which were outright false. The resulting court case, both with Emmy and OTK, are things that I plan to handle privately. I want to make this very clear for people that either have watched YouTube videos or just want to completely not listen to anything that I said in my stream, or have seen clips and may have been misinformed. I never insulted Emiru. I never abused Emiru. And I never stalked Emiru. I'm not going to go into it any further
I mean,
because
he
my
do need to
lawyers
say
are
that.
dealing with this, and this is currently in a court
If that's
case,
what
but
they're
time will
saying,
tell
then
the
yeah,
truth.
he
Now, I
does
have
need to
no
say
problem with
he
anybody
didn't do it.
using their platform to clear their name. And I often
I
do
want to know
think
about this
that on
sports
the
era. What
internet,
he
because
say
social media
during that part?
personalities have fans, they have friends that can have powerful audiences as well, that they kind of weaponize these things sometimes. So I encourage anybody, even though it shouldn't have to be, that they use their powers to take people to court or do these different things, use their platform, etc., to combat these narratives. But that does not mean it's a one-size-fits-all type of
Yeah.
situation.
If
All
it's
this is
really a
alleged, so
scenario
I
they
want to
lying
handle
on you,
this with kid
then
gloves before
yes.
I'm tied up in court. But Mizkif decided to shoot far and wide with who he attached to this lawsuit. Mizkif decided to sue Emiru and Asmongold for
Yeah.
defamation, claiming that both of those individuals were lying on him. Now, Emiru and Mizkif have a whole different legal journey, so we'll get there when we get there. But Asmongold clapped back with a simple response. Hey, I was just repeating your own words that you said about yourself. Asmongold files a motion to dismiss Mizkif's lawsuit. The motion was filed for dismissal, or it required that the court
Oh, do he
required
got proof that
Mizkif
he
to
said
provide
it?
a more definitive statement identifying the allegedly defamatory remarks. According to the filing, Mizkif is a public figure who is suing over commentary made in response to his own public statements while failing to
The
include
motion quote
that
from this saying,
context
I
in his
punch holes
complaint.
on
The
the
motion
wall for
states Mizkif, however,
feeling
will not
prison.
give the
I
court
did take
any of that
steroids. They
context
gave
in
me
a pleading,
insane.
or it would be
Why was
obvious
he
that
taking
nothing
steroids
he
with
is
no
upset
result?
about
He
is
ought to be sued
actionable
for
as
that.
a defamation claim.
So, for example, here, when you look at the actual document, and this is stuff that Asmongold and his legal team put together, when Mizkif is crying about being called aggressive or, being called hostile, well, here's the exact quotes from Mizkif. Here's what Mizkif said: I punched holes in the wall or slammed doors in aggression. So he's calling himself aggressive. He then goes on to say, it's not going to be to go back to the place I once was. I was depressed and taking every type of drug possible to
Ah,
fix
see, he
my
didn't
brain.
stand
And
10
in
toes
doing
down.
that, I hurt myself more.
He
I
trying
was
to
on
get his excuse
steroids
ready
because
for
I
why he
thought
in
that would
trouble.
fix myself.
What?
I was taking shrooms. That's referring to, allegedly, it seems like psilocybin mushrooms, which are hallucinogenic, in case you don't know, every day to fix my brain, but that destroyed me. I tried acid, also a prohibited substance there, acid, and that backfired. In doing that, I know I effed up so bad and hurt so many people around. I lashed out. I was angry out of my mind. So, in his own words, he was angry and out of his own mind. So,
Doing all
commenting
these
that
drugs, he
someone
ought to be
is
thankful he
aggressive
didn't
or
die.
angry or was out of their mind based on their own comments is not defamation. That's
Duh.
just stating the factual truth.
Shout out to the
Yeah.
legal mindset. He has like great content and
Well, I might
provides a
check
lot
out
of
some of his
context for this
videos.
whole situation. For those that don't know, a lot of commentary channels are under fire. Hell, a lot of commentators on the internet are under fire. I can think most recently about the lawsuit that Megan Thee Stallion filed against Milagro and DJ Academics. But when I say the streets are hot for us commentators, the streets are hot for us commentators. Hell, that's why you aren't seeing Young Don post right now, because YouTube put him on suspension simply due to the fact that he made a video about Jordan Pauline. And no, this isn't a freedom of speech
Oh,
soapbox, and some of these people
I'm
do
not even
go
gonna
out
pretend
of
like I know
bounds
any
with
of
the
those
stuff that
people.
they say about people. I can totally acknowledge that. But the truth about it is, these content creators do watch these commentary videos, and they get emotional and upset about them. That doesn't mean what Mizkif is doing, claiming that what Asmongold said is defamation. That's like a stupid way to go about doing this. Obviously, you're butthurt, and Asmongold is the biggest commentator on the situation at the time. And so now when you come to the internet and you
Yeah,
make these
he should have
claims
thought
about
about
how
that,
much it costs for your
especially
lengthy
with the
legal
stuff he was
battle
saying.
that you're going
I have
into
seen
with
some
somebody
clips of
else who
how
is
how
also
he used
rich,
to
well,
act
a couple
toward
other people who are also
like
rich.
his
Why do you think
girlfriends
he
and
gained
stuff like
sympathy
that.
from an
So
audience?
My accountant actually called
it's
me
too
today,
much stuff on your digital
like early this
footprint,
morning.
brother.
It's not looking good. I said, what do you mean? He's like, brother, you're getting hosed in that Asmongold, that defamation case. You're getting destroyed. And I told him, like, what's going on? He said, Miz, you're spending 40 grand a month on legal fees.
No
Just
shit, dummy.
dismiss it.
Legal battles are expensive, and also you're not gonna win. You're really prolonging the inevitable. I'm sure that
Yeah, that's what
somebody
I'm saying.
has
Just
told him
dismiss it
for
on
a
your
fact
own.
that your outcomes aren't looking good in this situation. But I'm willing to bet that he's willing to prolong this to try to prove some sort of emotional point, as opposed to actually thinking that there's any sort of defamation. Otherwise, he would just present the actual evidence to go along with it. Like, I don't know, you not assaulting her, or you not abusing her, or you not being an aggressive person. Should be pretty simple. The fact of the matter in this situation and in others like it is that Mizkif is not like sympathetic about what happened, or he's not really apologetic about the situation that transpired. He's actually more upset that Emiru is being championed by the community at large. And now he's going about
See, that
his
sound like
return
a
to
jealous
streaming in a
boyfriend.
nasty and negative way. One, to gain a bunch of money, clout, and opportunity, but two, to paint himself as the victim.
That it's bullshit. She's been lying the entire time. She lied about my assault. She lies about everything she says. She acts like she's this good, innocent person, but
Like, even if he's saying that she lying, like, you've just admitted you were on hallucinogenic drugs and steroids and stuff to alter your brain acid. Like, if she say you did it, you may have did it while you was on some of that stuff and don't remember. Like, you've already screwed yourself anyway. So to try to become the victim, and it's your digital footprint. I've seen you like arguing or being like really rude and disrespectful to people. So it's like it's easy to believe that you would do something like that, especially when you said you were on all those drugs and stuff.
she hangs out with fucking terrible, disgusting people nonstop. It's fucking insane that people are finally realizing what Matt's
Just
site is Emerald.
call the
It's
people
a
out
huge
then.
fucking match.
Oh, wow.
We need a fucking fire hose to take that thing down because it's fake as fuck. She lies about everything about me because she's mad because I moved on. That's actually all it was. I started hanging out with another girl. She got jealous and angry about it because I was in Japan with her. So she fucking attacked me relentlessly and planned this for about
Ooh.
9 months with her buddies to ruin my life. Conveniently, those buddies are the ones that have assault allegations and pedophilia on their computer. But apparently, I'm the fucking bad guy.
Ooh.
When Emiru's had the one hanging out with those people, right? I'm
Hold
the
on,
bad
who's she
guy.
talking
But
about
I
now?
didn't do shit. I never did anything. All of her accusations are absolute
Listen,
bullshit.
who he talking about? Is he talking about the
Yeah, I
Lakari dude?
slammed the door once. I slammed the door maybe even twice. I punched a hole in the wall when she wasn't even in the room. Who gives a fuck? It was my house. I was upset. It was one time in 3 years. Who cares? This bitch ruined my life. I go to bars, restaurants, people call me a racist because of what she did. Because her Asmon buddy, her little demon minion,
Oh my
ruined my
gosh.
life. And I get called a racist now by this girl who just surrounds herself with the worst people that are in love with her, who could do her every command, including ruin my life. Notice how no one really talked about the fact that I did anything besides Asmon, who led the charge, and his little minions around him, because
Ye-
people realized and understood that it wasn't.
No, I think the reason why they do it is because you started suing. Now, I think you suing for the right reason. If you truly believe that you didn't do that and you seeing like people calling you rapists and stuff like that, I would sue too because this needs to be under investigation and coming to the truth so people could clear his name. Like I don't see him having a problem with him suing for that, but it is what it is. But that's why people ain't saying that because you suing if they do say something. Which I feel like if they lying on you or they lean to you or you sexual assault somebody, I think you should sue and clear your name.
Assault.
To me, this just screams lack of accountability. And I do agree that the internet can be quick to jump to some sort of conclusions about different things.
Yeah.
But if you acknowledged in the past that you did some of these things, because if my memory serves me correctly, when you did your whole acknowledgement video, Mizkif definitely acknowledged the fact that he did some of these things. Why are you deciding to change the story
He should
now?
have been more
Ultimately, I do think
specific
it
on
is
some of
to
the
get
things he
more
did
likes
because
and
now the
views and
internet gonna
clicks. When
run
I was
with it.
doing research for this video, I saw that he had started to do different tirades about different content creators. He does the gimmick that a lot of people do in 2025/2026 in order to get a bunch of traction. Shit on Kai Cenat.
To back up your point with Kai's 1 million subs being fake, he hit the goal on day 27. This is what I said back then. His top gifters were all new accounts who followed him after he started the subathon. The top 10 gifter outside of companies were all like this. Followed September 2nd, 2025. Followed for 26 days and gifted 7,600 subs. What? Hold on. How much is that?
We're a little, come on now.
Times 5. Someone gave him $40,000 in subs. Lamau XD. 40,000. Oh wait, it's 6.5. You're right. Someone gave Kai, had they followed him for just 26 days, $50,000 in subs.
Damn.
Keep in mind that's not including tax, so it's probably closer to 60. So if someone gave Kai $60,000 worth of subs, who just followed him for 26 days, like you're gonna tell me that's real? No, it's not.
Yeah, tired gimmick. But the reason why he's doing
Who
this
got all this
is
money?
because he is trying to deflect. You know, he's trying to get the heat up off of him.
No, I think the main reason why he doing that is because Kai is so loved by everyone and he not controversial. Like he can't go up against like he wouldn't say it though, like he can't go up against Osmongold. Emery, see how it ended up with him. He people call him breakers and all this other stuff because they have fan bases and they will address it. Well, especially like Osmongold, he will address it. But Kai, he knows Kai disappeared. He not gonna say anything, even if it was even when he start back streaming, he probably not going to address it. So he becomes an easier target because he's bigger. People will click on it knowing that he's talking about them, and he knows it's no retaliation. If anything, that is kind of a coward way of doing things whenever it comes to the internet. But like I said, it is what it is. People won't clap.
Him and try to get, his name back into good graces. But this isn't like focusing on content as a way to get your name back into good light or repairing your image or, laying low through all the legal issues. But you're just increasing your controversy. You're increasing the bad rap that you have around you, which makes people more inclined to believe any and all narratives about you as a person being like bad. To me, this is like a self-sabotage thing. And I think that's even why he went ahead and took himself to kick, because he knows that the degenerates over there will monetize his self-destruction and
Yeah, I
self-sabotage
do
as
think
opposed
he.
to Twitch where you need some sort of actual audience. Mizkif isn't doing
I do
anything
feel like
new,
I feel
and
like whenever it comes between Twitch and Kick, like I've never streamed on Twitch Kick before, but I do feel like if you look at the stuff that I see, it's more degenerate behavior on Kick than it is on Twitch, and I feel like he'll probably fit in a little bit more with that crowd. Not just the degeneracy, it's just the fact that I don't know, maybe he could say and do a little bit more than he can on Twitch.
do not forget that people were giving him backlash and heat well before the Emiru situation. But I've seen content creators do this thing where they get in trouble in the public spotlight and they go ahead and double and triple down on the negative things that people are saying. What's Kanye's famous line? I feel the pressure under more scrutiny, but what I do
Act
act
more
more
stupidly.
stupidly.
I love that
And that's
song.
what you're doing with
That's
this
back when
legal
Kanye was
battle. Now,
good.
I'm sure you'll be
Now Kanye,
fine at the end of the day, maybe,
I
because
can't
you've
stand
made
Kanye.
millions of dollars before. But I just want you to know that continuing down this rabbit hole of self-destruction will not have positive outcomes for you. But what I will be able to do is point and laugh, because I do think that it's funny that, he's using these words, these trigger words on the internet. Yeah, I'll take you to court, I'll take you to court. And then realizing that like he doesn't have a real case, but can't pull back because there's going to be so much egg on his face and money wasted. You just continue to dig a deeper hole. Sometimes it's not about the action that you
I
do,
mean,
it's the
he
reaction
could be
that you have. And
exonerated
Miskiff is learning
if
that it can
they
be
don't
harvest of
countersue
players.
and you never come to a conclusion.
Expose
Yeah, if they don't countersue and you never come to a conclusion, then he still can just say, "Hey, I never did anything. It was never proven in court. They're lying on me." He still can have like that defense, I guess. But all in all, I don't see it. If he feel like they defaming him, then yes, he can sue for defamation. I have no problem with it. But based on his digital footprint, I feel like it's a stupid idea because when you admitted to being aggressive, you admitted being on psychedelic drugs, mushrooms, acids, there like he admitted to all of this stuff. So it don't look like it's a case you're gonna win. And then you got people accusing you of all this different type of things, then it's like, yo, you might be the problem because there's been multiple streamers saying like you're a horrible person. And it's just like now you gotta have accountability. You just kind of go back into like the victim mode and stuff like that. But who knows? We'll see how it plays out later on. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.